In honor of Jurassic World Dominion, out today, this is how I'd rank all 6 Jurassic Park films. Coming in at number 6, and likely surprising no one, is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This movie was effectively 2 movies, the first of which I didn't hate as much as others. The volcano sequence and all those things worked, if being very impractical and illogical, but the second half, with the nightmare sequences, the full-on horror movie, the elements that just are illogical to the in-universe dinosaur logic, and the insanely low price of a dinosaur, all of that didn't really work for me. It lost the charm, the magic. Number 6, the last place, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Next up, at number 5, we have Jurassic Park 3. This movie does suffer from not being a Spielberg film. This is the first of them to not have that Amblin magic. It is fun because it's only 90 minutes. It moves at a decent pace. It's about the best thing I can say about it. The Alan moment, as well as many other things, feel illogical. It does feel like it kind of charts off course, but for the 90 minutes, it's a good background movie. It's very worthy of TNT. It's not quite as bad as other people say, but it's by no means Jurassic Park. At number 4, we've got one that's going to upset some people, Jurassic World. The original Jurassic World, for me, I disliked to the level that I actually skipped Fallen Kingdom, which turned out not to be a bad thing, but the logical messes in this movie really hurt me because I grew up in Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park, so this one's pretty low for me. I didn't love an invented dinosaur that somehow went invisible to both heat, tracking, and sound. How does that giant dinosaur sneak up on you just because it's invisible? Lots of problems there. Also, the Megalodon. How big would that tank have to be to just live in that tank? It's hundreds of feet long, and the tank is only thousands of feet. You can't physically grow a fish thing. Would you let it out in the ocean? Does it come back into play? It doesn't work. There's a lot of logical problems. Yes, it's cool to see Chris Pratt running around with raptors, but that's not enough for me, and we won't even talk about the heel stuff. The movie was somewhat more magical, which is why it's this high. It does capture some of that Jurassic magic, but it is number 4. All right, my biggest surprise on the list, Jurassic World Dominion. I enjoyed this more than the lower 3 films. That doesn't make this necessarily a great movie, but it is something I would recommend at least trying out in theaters if you love Jurassic Park. It was worth it to see the old trilogy characters meet the new trilogy characters. It was worth it to Fast Five this thing and combine the whole world. Plus, you've got Goldblum back at his full Goldblum. You've got him very self-aware, which is fun. You've got real dinosaurs that actually existed that I've always wanted to see, including that sloth-like beast. You've got raptors kind of acting like raptors again. The Malta sequence alone is delightful. There are things that work, but again, it's not as good as my top 2, better than my bottom 3. It's like a C or around there. Watchable. People hate on this movie, but I think at the benefit of hindsight, they realize what was to come. The Lost World still feels like Jurassic Park. It's exciting, it's got comedy, it's got tension, it's got great set pieces, but the only A on the list, Jurassic Park, a perfect film. I would change nothing about this movie. I've given 18 films 5 stars. This movie's damn near perfect, and I love it so much. Number 1.